Are you interested in a teleconverter for your smartphone, but you don't want to be confined by one lens only be used by one phone because you're frequently switching phones? Then I have the right device for you. APEXEL sent me their 5x to 10x teleconverter lens kit for your smartphone. And I want to unbox and review it, so let's get started. This is how the packaging looks like. 5-10x telephoto lens kit for smartphones, and you can see a random smartphone. I think this is an iPhone. 5-10x, so this is 5x, this would be 10x. This comes included in the box, pretty easy I would say. And you see the specifications here as well. You can pause the screen and read a little bit more there, but I don't want to waste so much time. Just start with the unboxing. That's the cool thing about APEXEL, is that we get just this pouch inside, so you have your travel pouch immediately ready for going on to a safari or something like this. And this is everything that comes shipped with it. And as you see here, yes, we have the ability to just attach it to basically any smartphone, because the cool thing is I just grab a random smartphone, like for example here my Find X9 Ultra. I can just unscrew the screw here to make it tight or loose. So loose to open it up, to put it on the smartphone. And then the cool thing is I can adjust it to the lens that I want, because this one here can be moved, as you see here. So I can move it to any smartphone that I like to have. And then this one has a screw mount, so I can open this one here up, the flap, and just screw this onto the adapter pretty easily. And after I'm done, when I'm doing it correctly, why is it not working? Now it's working. When I'm doing it correctly here, you have your setup already ready. Of course, you can open up this flap as well to expose the lens. And then we have a very nice zoom capability, which is inside of the lens. So maybe you can find, I don't think we see the lens elements moving here, but it's moving, so it's not extending any further like you usually would have. And we have a very nice, here you can see maybe the lens moving. Very nice focus, manual focus there as well. There are no markings there, but it is nice and smooth, which I really like. So yeah, this is how easy you can set it up. But that's not the only setup that you can have if you wanted to use it on your phone, because, and you find it maybe interesting, because I also was not aware of this feature initially when I was seeing that. It comes also with a cap for your eyes. And how does this work or look like? Because yes, this one allows you to also use it as holding it onto your eye as a monocular to bring things closer to you. And yes, this is really working. So if the lens is seeing it, you with your eye can also see it, and you have the ability even not to only focus, but you can also zoom in and out with this one, which is quite cool. So you have the ability to rotate the whole thing to zoom in and zoom out to 10x, which is quite cool. So I can show it to you. You can see the image now using the main camera sensor of my lens. I had to crop in 2 times, because if I go to 1x, you will see this is how it will look like. So this is why I have to crop a little bit. And you see also I'm having it on a tripod, but I'm just touching slightly the phone and it starts shaking like crazy. So I try to zoom in. This is now the 5x zoom that it allows to do. Try to zoom in to 10x here, slowly and steadily. See, it is a bit difficult, and I think it's losing a little bit of, whoops. It's losing a little bit of, now it's completely black. I think it moved a little bit, lost a bit of grip. Where is it? cannot find it anymore. Let's go back. There you go. So yeah, it is not so easy to do this. You definitely need a tripod, then you can make it. There we go. Then you have to manually focus because there's no autofocus, and this is how it looks like. Let's crop in 2x, and then you get this picture. And if I don't move around and you get your shot, I think for photography, bird photography or such thing, it would make sense as long as you don't get too close. And I think if it's video, just forget about it. It's just too shaky. You cannot stabilize it. But for photos, I think it could work. If you have a tripod, you set a timer, you don't touch your smartphone, then it should work. So we have a problem with shakiness here. But let's check out some photos that I did. When we take a look at the photos, if you attach it to the main camera sensor, it's not going to work as well. Even though I'm cropping in 2 times here on the main camera sensor of the Oppo Find X9 Ultra, as you see, we have a bit of vignetting going on there still. I could like change it, but then I have on top vignetting a little bit. So it is not made for the main camera sensor. Nevertheless, you can get some impressive shots out of it here with the main camera sensor. The largest sensor usually on your smartphone. You get nice bokeh, as creamy as I never saw before. Of course, if you go to 100%, you see it's not 100% as sharp as it should be, because you have to use manual focus. And for manual focus, you have to use manual focus assist. There are a few tools that help you to assist there with manual focusing, and then you can get such shots as this one here. But the main deal of the show is the 70mm, which is also a very large sensor on the Oppo, and the telezooms in general, because they get you most of the time less of this harsh vignetting. There's still a little bit here going on. You get nice bokeh, and you cannot even see the background that I was photographing it because it's so blurry here. And yeah, you can get even like 10x shots. I tried it with this one, but you see also it's pretty hard. You have to go quite a bit to the back, and it's not a macro photography lens at all. But if the subjects are further away, you can definitely get a shot like this. You have to be careful with the vignetting. Like I said, it can be a bit of a trial and error, but if you crop in a little bit, then this shot is definitely something worthwhile. 10x shot here, so the lens was physically set to 10x. Together with the 70mm that we have, it is like definitely cropping in quite a bit, as you see here, and it's nice and sharp. But as soon as I zoom out without changing the focus, you see it's getting blurry. So this is have to keep in mind that when you go to the 5x shot, you have to adjust the focus. Or if you go from the 5x shot, it's sharp, and you want to go zoom in to 10x, you have to adjust the focus again for it to be sharp again. So this is something that you have to keep in mind. But you can get away with shots like this that usually you cannot do with your smartphone because of the focal lengths that you can get, that the compression of the background is quite cool. And it's also useful for portrait shots. Yes, I use this with a 10 seconds timer. First of all, just to get the shake out of the way, because this is also an issue for photography. You have to have a tripod and you have to use a timer, otherwise it will be too shaky. And then I had to run, of course, to the back because it's quite away. This shot here, this is done with the 5x using the 70mm lens on the Oppo. Same would work on the Vivo as well as on Huawei, Oppo, Xiaomi, and so on. So all the other brands would look almost identical here to this shot. Very nice. You get foreground blur and background blur, which is quite cool. Then I tried to test out how sharp it can get. And I was honestly a little bit disappointed. This is now with the 5x shot option there. You see, this is sharp, you can still read it here, but here on the side, it's like the little details are getting a little bit lost there. And because it's not throughout, you can see chromatic aberrations. First of all, the Oppo is tremendously affected by chromatic aberrations, but with this lens, probably it's exaggerating it a little bit. And then this is 10x. And actually not 10x, this is already 10x with 70mm, and then you can go to 139mm, which is like a 2x crop on the sensor, and then use the 10x. This is what you get. And then you can go even more, which is 10x sensor using the telezoom extender on it, and then you get this kind of shots. Still, you see the shakiness and blurriness is still a little bit there, even though I was using it on a tripod. But yeah, it's quite effective what you can get out of this one here using this 10x lens. And this is like at 10x, and this is now, you can even crop in a little bit more as to get a little bit more details there of the text as well. So yeah, this is what you can get with this telezoom adapter. Honestly, it's better used at 5x most of the time, because first of all, it's not as shaky. You can compensate the shakiness easily with the tripod, but set a timer. For video, I wouldn't use it because it's a handheld video impossible, and even on a tripod, it's quite shaky if you have to touch the tripod or move anything. It's a shake festival, don't use it there. So this for specific things like wildlife photography, I would even say might be an issue if you don't have this wildlife bird or animal standing still for you taking the shot, because as soon as you move, it's just too unstable to be handheld open. Even like if a small tripod, the shakiness of touching the screen of the phone to take the photo is already an issue. So not for that, it's just for stills photography, for portrait photography. Eventually, if you hold still and you have the time to wait for 10 seconds, then this is definitely a good device. All in all, the APEXEL Telezoom 5-10x is working quite good, but it's a bit of a mixed bag, because yeah, this is like a very fantastic kind of device, and optical quality I think is good. But stabilization, if you want to use it handheld, is impossible. You have to have a tripod for that. Video works, I cannot imagine how to do that, because even like touching here and moving the zoom slider would introduce so much shake that it's almost unusable, even no matter which kind of sensor you're using here on your smartphone. And photos look decent, I would say, but you need to have a subject that's still. Either, for example, I could imagine taking this to a zoo and then photographing the animals. If they're lying around, if they don't move around, I set up my tripod and then I can take shots, very nice, zoom in, take the photos and so on, with the focus, getting it sharp. This would work out. Taking it on a safari would be certainly also good. You can just scout out, just use it as like a scout out kind of tool with your eye first, and then put it on the camera lens and then see how well it works for taking photos here. So it's a bit of a mixed bag with a special purpose only. If you have this special purpose and you need such thing, you will find a link down below for the APEXEL Telephoto 5-10, also written, I think, yeah, 5-10x zoom down below. And if you have some questions regarding this one, put in down below as well. That's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Until the next time. Bye.